you know what? I can't wait to move rooms because there's nothing I can do to stop that sun. But anyway, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome along to your afternoon rabble here on the Rangers Rabble podcast, and we actually have quite a bit to talk about and get through. So here with me to do that is my good friend Trev. Trev, how are you?
Excellent. Ready to talk all things Rangers. If we can fit it all in the half an hour we've got, we'll see.
In a positive way for a change, Trev.
If you were like everyone else, we're just treading the next few home games, like just get it, press fast forward, get it on and done with. But we've got other things to occupy ourselves, should I say, until the end of the season. So let's get in amongst it.
Now, you're normally at these things, but I will just ask because I haven't actually asked you yet. Were you at the fans forum?
I applied for it. It's a ballot. I wasn't successful. I've applied for the last couple. It's just, I don't know what it holds. I'm assuming it's in Edmiston House. So that barely holds anyone. It's probably in the hundreds of people that get in there rather than the thousands that probably, or tens of thousands of people that apply for it. So I don't think any of our guys got along to it because I would love to go to one. I really would. I got 8 games in that, Martin, but not like because I was shareholder, but I've never been to one of them yet. So
no, because I was looking for some kind of information on it, and normally there's a few pages out there that kind of give you a breakdown and stuff after it. Like you said, I didn't get to go either, but it would be good to know the kind of breakdown. One thing we do know, Trev, and by the way, folks, as it is a busy day, there will be no question of the day today. That will come back tomorrow. We do have a Who Am I? I will do the Who Am I. That I think I shared with you, Trev. I'm not sure.
Well, who you told me to look up, I thought it was that person. Then I realised, no, it's not that person. No,
no, it's not that person.
You did.
I don't just send you the answer.
You should probably stick your answer on the end of it because I never know who the feck it is anyway, man. So,
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I've got it, mate. Yeah.
Good. Right. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I'm getting my days all mixed up, was the first time that there was any real admission of the takeover. Well, it's not been much of a secret, let's be honest. It's been the worst kept secret in Scottish football. Maybe the worst kept secret in Scottish football. There's a few. But Rangers at this fans forum apparently saying that, takeover's progressing. It's progressing well. Obviously, that's the only update that they could give. But it is the first time, Trev, that we've heard from the club and the club admitting that, it's happening.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go along to this, you see. I asked the questions. I asked the difficult questions at AGMs or the most annoying ones. Like I was the guy that was, come on, where's the rubber ducks, guys? Like you need to get more stuff in at your bloody shop, I'm glad it's been at Betty too, but then how could they say, oh, we can't comment, no comment? Because just days before that, the heat honchos running the actual takeover were kind of coming out with a little joint kind of statement, not giving us too much information, but just kind of basically alluding to and making it official what was happening and hope to get things tied up as soon as possible, making plans and all that. So it would have been, I think we would have been pissed off, Martin, if they actually came out and went, no comment, we can't say anything. He had to say something at least to be respectful to everyone and not throw those other guys under the bus. So I'm glad he admitted to this. I guess, obviously, he can't go into detail. I know he can't go into detail, but it gives us just a wee bit of peace of mind. I don't know if you recall a while ago, Martin, when this news broke first back in the day, man. It was, but
back in the day.
A few months ago. It was a few months ago, wasn't it? I said to you, I'm cautiously optimistic or cautiously happy and excited about it, but I'm not getting too excited because I'm the type of person that stays, like, I'll keep your feet on the ground in case something goes wrong until it's signed, sealed, delivered. I can't get too carried away with myself. But now that's the people literally involved in the takeover saying, aye, right, we're moving along. Dave King admitting that he's talking to these people, trying to get a deal sorted, and then Patrick Stewart coming out and admitting it's coming along. So it is a thing. Let's just hope there's not any legal issues that get in the way. And I'll still remain a wee bit cautious until it's signed and they kind of go back in it. But they forfeit, don't they? Like if people pull out of deals now, it's expensive.
The problem that you would have now is that they're already making decisions, Trev, which tells me that it's actually all done. And they're just waiting for a specific time for a specific reason to make it official and announce it. You don't go and you don't bring in brand new sporting directors and start making club decisions if you've not already effectively took over the club, Trev.
True, but I'm thinking they're going to be heavily involved anyway because they're so deep into this. That was a given. Like it's if I'm going to about to sell my house and someone's about to buy it off me and they're in touch with me quite a lot, I'm not going to make last minute big changes to it in case I piss off them or someone else. So, but I will keep them involved and listen. I need to sort this issue or that. And what's your thoughts? Are you all right with that? Yes, boom, get it signed off on. So I think while they're heavily involved, Martin, I don't think it's been legally properly signed because they wouldn't take too long to actually, once it's signed, announce it. They would pick a relevant date and then announce it like 5-3 on the Scottish Cup final day, like you said, you know.
Yeah.
Shit house there like that. So I don't think it's signed. It's not official yet, but I think it's so close. You've bought a house before, Martin. A lot of us have bought a house. You know it takes a number of weeks for these things to be signed off by lawyers. So fingers crossed.
Well, what I'll read out the joint statement from Rangers and the 49ers Enterprises. So it says, Rangers and its existing controlling shareholders are in productive conversations with the lead two members of the consortium, Andrew Kavanagh and 49ers Enterprises Global Football Group, about the potential for the consortium to acquire control of the club and to inject additional capital. These discussions reflect a shared recognition of the importance of Rangers' long-term direction, ambitions, and management. You don't start bringing out statements like that if it's not going to be done. I can't think of anything now. I can't think of anything now that would stop this because they've seen everything in the background. They know all the details. They know what they have to do. They know how much it's going to cost them. They'll have done all their cost indexes and their KPIs and all your fancy business terms. It's effectively done.
It is effectively done, yeah. See if you get all these things done properly with the relevant lawyers and you're dealing with decent people in this and you all are on the same train in that respect. There's no reason for it not to be done. Like everything's done properly. So I think they're just waiting for it to be properly formalised and then they'll actually announce what's going on and do a press conference, a bit like they've done with when a new manager comes in with Gerrard, so everyone knows what's going on. So I reckon it will be announced. I think they're picking May just to get themselves enough time, mate. I think
early May. I think early May.
Agreed. Because we need to plan. We need to do planning like prop. I know they're planning now, but we need to they need to answer questions to appease us and put our mind at ease and start the ball rolling. And they need time to do this, man. So they need to announce it quickly.
I'll just ask anybody watching live: is that better in terms of mic volume? Twisted's put in your mic volume is too loud. Turn it down. Is that any better?
You were all right for me. Like I would tell you if you're too loud. Trust me, Martin. You know that. I'd be like, Christ, man, turn it down, would you?
Yes.
You're all right.
So yeah, let me know. Because it is twisted. He could just be twisting it.
He could be at it, man. But then, to be fair, if other people say it's an issue, then it's an issue, isn't it?
Well, it could just be twisted winding me up, wanting me to go on mute. Which, by the way, I would have no argument with wanting me to go on mute. But yeah, look, I mean, yeah, we can't really say any more than what we've said on that. The takeover is effectively done. They've already made a signing and a sporting director because if you're selling a club, you don't make decisions like sporting directors. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So they've already made that. The next one will be the manager. It'll be interesting to see who that could possibly be. That's a discussion, I think, for a bit of a later date. But I've had a great question in, Trev, for Richard Allen. Do you guys see a future at the club for Coppin? Now we have a sports director in place. His signings have been poor for the club. Firstly, Trev, do you think his signings have been poor? And do you see a future for him at Rangers?
See, when I read that, I don't know why I read it as future of the club for Klopp. I was like, what? We're in for Klopp, man. Get in there. And then I read it back again. I went, no, if only Coppin. God, it's always such a difficult one when we get people like that because they're so, and I'm not trying to give them a break. These guys are so much in the limelight. It's a mixed bag with him. It is a mixed bag with him. Unlike the wee dwarf when he was at our club that done awful, then he went down south and he's actually like smashing it out the park at the moment.
Did we take the financial constraints that he had into, not over the rest of Scottish football, but just the financial constraints in general and maybe the market that he was shopping in? Did we take that into consideration?
Yes, because some people's skill sets are like his skill set will be different from someone else in his field. Like if you've got loads of money, you can pick the relevant quality player with the money you've got, but maybe your strength isn't trying to shop in the bargain basement or try to get a little gem from another country. Maybe that isn't your strong suit. So maybe he is pitched then after all. If you can't do it all, like that's the ideal guy, isn't it? Sporting director, technical director, or something like that. Someone that can actually go and get a little gem that's someone cheap from a country that you usually wouldn't look to, and also get someone more expensive and get value from it at the same time. But we can't have our cake and eat it. So it's a mixed bag with Coppin. It really is. He's not going anywhere anytime soon, mate. So I guess he will get judged probably at the end of the summer because he's got a big summer coming up, and he might not be here next year if he makes an arse of it.
Question for you, right? See if you, I don't know, wrote a blog or done a vlog or even done a podcast, right? That you consistently came out and said stuff that was just wrong, right? Like, and I mean consistently, but you prefaced it with, I know what's happening in the background. I know this is 100% happening. I know this is 100% fake. See, if you continuously done that, Trev, do you think people would still watch or listen or read what you had to say?
No, but who are we referring to here?
Just pretty much every single Celtic blog and podcast.
Okay, right, in general. Okay.
See, this is what I don't get, right? See if the exact opposite was happening across the city, right?
Yep.
I would be the first one to go, oh no. From the point of view where the two clubs are right now, if they were about to be taken over by billionaires, I would be going, oh no, we're in deep, deep trouble, right?
Yeah.
What I wouldn't be doing, Trev, is sitting going, oh, it's fake news, oh, it's a fake over, oh, everything's fake. We like every single bit of positive news that comes out about them because it makes you look like a bit of an idiot, right? But people, for some reason, Trev, and obviously not Rangers fans, but people, for some reason, seem to follow these pages in quite large numbers and believe everything, yet it's always nonsense.
Oh, the great unwashed.
The views of Trev are not the views of the Rangers Rabble podcast, not always.
Well, factual thing, so to remind you about the fan that wrote into the Celtic board about the fan beside him, I think that's an actual thing that happened, people. I'm not making it up.
My stepson has 2 showers a day and he's a Celtic supporter. So.
He has to, though. Like, not like we'd all have we all have one a day, wouldn't we? But if you're one of them, you need to just to keep the wolves from the door. Do you know what I mean?
I hope my missus isn't watching.
Hey, he's a Celtic man. No one made him. He made that life choice. Lisa, right? Aye, right. Okay, they are obsessed. We know that clearly. I pay so little attention to them.
So they are.
I'll admit, right? Okay, see when Ange came to them at the start, right? And remember at the start, he was doing that training thing with the open mic, and he said something like, "You got to run faster or run harder," and we could all hear him, and people were all laughing, taking the piss, right? I said to Ash, I said, let's be careful. We know nothing about him. He's an unknown, right? Let's be careful until we know what's going on. Turned out, unfortunately, he was actually pretty decent for them. So
I just keep getting sent stuff, and I'm like, I wish people would stop sending me this.
Who's sending it? Is it other Rangers fans, or is it them?
Some people just randomly on socials. Some people on WhatsApp. It's just constant. It's just absolutely constant. But Trev, we have to move on to this. Some say it is the greatest part of any show in the world that was ever created. I mean, I'm not going to disagree.
Who am I?
The greatest segment in podcast history. And obviously nobody's ever done this before. This has never, ever been done.
Martin, what's your favourite jingle? What's your favourite jingle of the two question day in that one? Or do you not want to answer?
Do you know what? Well, it was done by the same person.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know. I always preferred the question of the day jingle. But the Who Am I one's growing on me.
They're close.
They are quite close. Do you want me to play? No. Do you know what? Because we could be here all day playing jingles. Right, okay. So today's Who Am I, folks? I spent almost my whole career at my boyhood club, barring the last few years I spent in Asia. I have won everything in football, including multiple Champions Leagues, Club World Cups, Super Cups, along with several leagues and domestic cups. I was described by many as one of the greatest deep-lying playmakers of all time. Who am I? Yes, who am I? Have you got any ideas in your head, Trev? Any ideas? Don't say it out loud. But
I believe it was a footballer of some sort.
I can confirm that yes, it absolutely was a footballer.
You haven't changed sport or anything, so
yes. No, it's definitely football.
Well, there's a lot of shouts coming in pretty early, man. So
well, see, sometimes, and everybody only gets two guesses. Sometimes people just come in a wee bit too quick, and they don't think about it.
Are you trying to say multiple man is premature?
I would never say that. I would never say that publicly. I would never ever say that publicly. But yeah, sometimes people just jump to conclusions. People just
take a minute, chill, think about it. Am I really going to use one of my guesses here?
Let it process in the brain.
But you've also got to be first as well to get it right, don't you? So there's that double jeopardy.
Yeah. Now there's been a transfer rumour, Trev, which is weird when you don't have a full-time manager. I would guess. And it also actually leads me to another question that I'm going to bring up. But firstly, Josh Mulligan at Dundee. Tell me everything, Trev.
I did have a quick swatch at him online when you mentioned that beforehand. I've heard the name before, and I think I know exactly what they're trying to do.
It's always a good start, isn't it?
It is a good start. It does help, doesn't it? I went and tried to do a wee bit of research because I recognised the name and what club he was at, but I was like, I need to actually find out a little bit more. I know exactly what they're trying to do here, Martin. We know we were not good enough in the league. We know it's a bread and butter. We weren't playing well enough. So they went out and identified someone who is actually more suited to our league in terms of the physicalities of it. And I think he's exactly the type of guy that will potentially have a role to play at Ibrox. I'm not saying he'll be a mainstay, a first teamer. He'll need to earn his place like everyone else. But if we get him for free at the end of the season, it's another Scottish player that of good quality that's got potential to go further. Just like your Barons, Camerons, and whatnot that have got potential to get better. And I'm glad, mate, because we need more Scottish players in our team. With the times that we don't have enough Scottish players in our team, I hate it because we are a Scottish club. So definitely helps. I'm looking forward to it. Why not? If he won't be on high wages, mate, where's the risk in that? You sign him for 2-3 seasons, whatever it is, on a relatively reasonable fee. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. What have we lost? Not a hell of a lot.
Well, he's 22, so he's not young, but again, he's not massively past it either. So it's a good age, I suppose, to bring somebody in. The question is, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I haven't seen a great deal of him, Trev. So the question is he good enough?
I'm hoping the guys that do the our fellow podders that do the Scottish football show at a later episode can tell us what's what, because I don't watch Scottish football outside that. It's absolutely atrocious and dire. So respect to our podders that actually have to put up with that to bring us some content. I only recognise the name, mate, but he's someone that I think could come in and do a job for us. And I don't know if I agree with that comment, Ricky Barron's shite. I think he started off so well at the start of the season. I think his confidence is not there. I wouldn't be binning him, but I don't know a hell of a lot about him. I'll be honest with you. That's maybe going to be one for one of our later shows, mate. But
yeah, well, I mean, look, he's a obviously, like you've said it, he's a kind of full-back, right wing back. Played 29 times for Dundee this season. Dundee, who are second bottom, he's got 5 assists, which isn't the worst, I suppose, for a club in Dundee's position as well. So, I mean, I think when you look at stats like that, and then you look at the kind of stats that Tav's got, it kind of puts a couple of things into a wee bit of perspective. But again, it's like you say, it's a young player who's played consistently in the Scottish League, and it seems to be getting kind of more positive news than negative, positive reaction, sorry, than negative.
yeah. Well, the question is, will he replace Tav? I hope so. But I mean, I don't think anything will be going to budge him until he actually decides to retire. So competition is good. It's healthy. I don't think you say 22 is not young. I think it's still youngish, because I mean, yeah, granted you can get players in teams as young as 16, can't you? But realistically, how young do we bring them into the Rangers team?
Well,
Barely
that's got to change.
18.
That's got to change.
I know. If you're old, people keep saying if you're old enough, you should be in the team, right? If you're good enough, sorry, not if you're old enough. If you're good enough, doesn't matter what your age, you'll be in the team. But we very rarely give anyone that young a chance. Like, I remember Derek Johnson played for us when he was bloody 16 years old. It might have actually just been slightly 15 just before his 16th birthday, actually. Why the hell not? Like, Bailey Wright's been 18. That should happen more often. Shouldn't matter. And the only thing that holds you back at that age is not being physically strong enough. But that's what the gym and the chippies for, man. Get a few fish shippers and you bulk you up for the
Scottish. You had to say chippy, didn't you? You had to say chippy.
Well, it could be a pizza. It could be a pizza shop. But I mean, get a few fish suppers in your man. Job's a good one.
Yeah, by the way, do you like pizza crunchies? There's no flavour in them.
You've been to the wrong place then, my friend. You've definitely been the wrong. The only thing is you do need to be close to an A&E just in case.
Well, the chippy across from Mount Florida Primary when I was young, I don't think it's there anymore. But the chippy across from Mount Florida Primary, if you're still there, get your pizza crunchies up to task. Come on now. Great point here, by the way, by CGM. Now, regardless of level or whatever, just purely on availability, he's been available a hell of a lot more. Excuse me, than what Sterling has, Trev. And obviously that's been one of our biggest issues for the last, I don't know how many years, has been injuries. But we're bringing players into the club now, and again, we'll wait and see if they're good enough. But we seem to be bringing players into the club who can actually play, Trev.
It helps, doesn't it? I was gutted about Sterling. I really was. I loved him. He had potential to actually be mainstay in our team if he wasn't his legs weren't made of chocolate. It seems to be, I don't know if you notice a common trend, Martin, there seems to be some of our more vocal and staunch players are the ones that are made out of chocolate. I'm thinking Sterling, I'm thinking Balogun, people that will come out and actually voice up a little bit more and actually love the club and get it. I am sad about him, but at the same time, I can't be too sad, because as much as I like the guy, if you're injured all the time, you're not used to us. So cheery by the now, and let's give someone else a chance that might actually be able to play. But then again, I don't know if you'll get this, Doc Waller's return at the end of the season. So name me our magic coffee beans. So I don't know if we're going to be in a worse position or a better position when we get the replacement in, because we're still getting too many injuries. That was another thing that brought up in the fans forum, that they said that he was retiring and they'll look at a replacement. And he said, Patrick Stewart, we get about as many injuries as any other team similar to us in terms of the amount of games they're playing this season. I still think we get too many. I do.
Yeah, the magic coffee hasn't been working, Trev.
No,
Not
that's
been
it.
working.
Not this time.
No. Yeah, and that brings me up to my final point of the day. And it was actually asked last night on the show that me and David done. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. It is available on the channel, or it is available wherever you get your audio downloads as well. And just before I do, can I say a big massive thank you to the channel sponsor, Mortgage Haven UK. Links in the description to our website. Gives you all the information you need, whether you're looking for your first mortgage, you're looking to remortgage, or you're just looking to buy another 17 houses because you've got hundreds of money. They are experts in all things mortgages and financial advice. So go and check the guys out. Links in the description. Tell them the Rabo sent you. You're helping to support us at the same time as getting the best financial advice you can possibly get. So big shout out to the guys at Mortgage Haven UK. And can I just also ask, and I know that, like, see, before I'd done stuff on YouTube, right? I used to watch a lot of YouTube, as most of us probably do. And you know how when you're watching videos, Trev, and people go, can you just hit that like button? Can you just hit that thumbs up? And some people even do wee skits in that so that people like and subscribe and all that stuff, right? Used to pure annoy me. I used to go, mate, just get on with the video, like what I'm doing right now. Just get on with the video and talk about what you're here to talk about. It really needs to be done, because if you don't, people don't like, and see people don't like, the video doesn't get shared. See people like, the video gets shared. See people subscribe, you can get better guests on the show. No offense, Trev. But if you like and subscribe now, it really, really does help the channel. I can't tell you how much it does help and how much it does help share it. It can be the difference between getting 1,000 views and getting 10,000 views. It really can. So if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. So yeah, I mean, but do you think that was a good enough sale, Trev? Do you think people are going, I'm going to like this?
As they say in the wrestling, he sold that pretty well. He sold that pretty well. So they say, Martin, that it doesn't work. This like do this, that, but it must do, because the stats prove otherwise. It's
They
like
do.
a reminder for some people.
They do. They really do. Would that be a baby face or would that be a heel?
You would be neither. You would be like the Paul Heyman type, that like the kind of mysterious, kind of mischievous guy.
Overweight, struggles to breathe kind of guy. Yeah, I agree.
No, it's nothing to do with his size or weight. He's a character. So he's the type of guy in the background being very sneaky. Or you could be a general manager of one of the divisions, couldn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't do a moonsault for the top rope. That's for sure. If it's even
I'd pay good money to see that, though. I would pay good money to see that, though. Martin wrestle. That's what should have been done. Instead, his hair should have been shaved off. He should have done a one night wrestling.
Yeah, and Sniper thinks that'd be a heel. So there we go. Right, folks, you've got a minute to get your answers in for the Who Am I, so please do get them in. And yeah, the link with Josh Mulligan, Trev, kind of brought me towards Lyle Cameron. Remember him?
Yeah, yes. Just about.
Largely forgot about. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, new manager, new ownership. Is Lyle Cameron still fit into this Rangers team, or is that really, really harsh to ask?
It's a bit, because, I mean, you've got to be able to plan in case this takeover didn't happen. I'm talking about like a few months ago. You have to still, there's certain things you still have to be doing as a football club. You can't put everything in the hold, so you've got to do some kind of at least short to mid-term planning. I think we should just go and buy Dundee Football Club. It'd be much easier. It would be. I mean, that's two players we're about to get. We've obviously had a couple in the past. We've done well from Dundee in terms of players we've got from them that went on to actually do really well, like several actually. Kamara's probably the best example in terms of value, but then obviously we Nacho played for them as well, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. And then Kenija, and to name a few. So yeah, why not? He's a good player for them. So again, he won't be on high wages, mate. If it doesn't work out, we punt him on, you know. Let's give them a try. We should be buying more Scottish players.
Yes, we should. We absolutely should. And we should be bringing through more youth, and we should be winning leagues, and we should be doing just as well, if not better, than we are in Europe, and blah, blah, blah. We should be doing it. We should be doing so many more things that hopefully this new new investment group, new boards, new owners can help us achieve. Just before I announce the result of the Who Am I, Trev, because I know you're a busy man, the Umbro deal, any reservations from you, as it's been reported, obviously, that Mike Ashley has got his fat greedy fingers and a wee bit of the percentage of the pie for Umbro?
How does he I think I might have asked one question. How does he manage to do that? But then he wouldn't have been in the position he is in business and now if he didn't do what he done. He's the Paul Heyman of the sporting bloody retail world. You know that? Really, I thought we were done with that, man. Umbro is a brand that I don't mind, but I would rather have Castore over them if it came down to those two. Ideally, my favourite brand's Nike. Always has been. I don't mind Adidas. They'd be a good shout as well. But Umbro's still a kind of relatively well-known name. It's kind of, what was the situation, Martin? It's still really Castore underneath it or something?
Castore have got the rights or something. I don't know what the right terminology, but it's something along the lines
to
of...
use the Umbro badge.
To sell Umbro in Europe or the UK or something like that. I don't know what it is.
It's very smart, actually, if you think about it, because they're not as well known as Umbro, Adidas, Nike, and whatnot. So that's smart, actually, from them.
Yeah, and as John's saying, I suspect the Umbro deal is really just a 1-year extension of the Castore deal. In reality, new owners will renegotiate next season. I've got a funny feeling.
Is it not a 5-year deal? I'm sure I read somewhere we've renegotiated for a 5-year deal. I might be wrong there, though.
I'll have you know that in school I had Umbro football boots.
I think I did as well, actually, back in the day.
Yeah, Umbro football boots. Anyway, I've got a funny feeling the new owners are going to come in and renegotiate a lot of stuff, and actually maybe try and make some inroads into Scottish football and trying to help Scottish football, because I don't think they can achieve all that they want to achieve with Rangers with the state that the league's currently in. So I think they'll have a lot to say on that. But that is a discussion for another day. Let's go through some of the answers that we got in for the Who Am I? Rangers 55, Iniesta, Multiple Man, Xavi. You're going to see a lot of this. I don't really know what to make of this name, but Spanky19866, Iniesta. Sharpies went Zidane, thinking outside the box. Sharpie, I like it. Iniesta, Xavi. Guess what the next one is? Iniesta, Xavi, Iniesta. Guess what the next one is? Iniesta. Although Stephen, no, the next one, believe it or not, from Stephen Robertson is Demetrio Albertini.
Oof, bit left field, that one. I like it.
Cami went Del Piero, and then we're back to Xavi, Iniesta, Mark Hughes.
Wow.
Iniesta, and the Trying Scotsmans went PK. And Stephen Robertson, the legend that he is, has put a super sticker on YouTube. Thank you very much, Stephen, for the support, my friend. You know it is greatly, greatly appreciated. Now, the state of play was the members were 2-1 up. And if they won today, they would be the Who Am I Rabble champions. So the members were 2-1 up. The score as of right now, and I will change it because the answer was Xavi.
Oh, what? There's so many people coming in with that. Oh.
It was Xavi. I probably should have known when I sent it to Brian, and Brian sent me first guess Iniesta, second guess Xavi, that this was going to be the outcome of the Who Am I?
Martin, my man, I think whenever this deal, this sponsorship's up with forgotten the name already.
Mortgage Haven
guys. Mortgage Haven. Thank you, Mortgage Haven. I think once that's up, you should probably reach out to Vaseline for sponsorship, because this is not looking good, mate.
Do you know? I don't know if this annoyed me more: losing, right, in the most dramatic way possible, or Multiple Man first in with the answer.
He was in quick. I thought maybe, but he knows what he's talking about. So, yeah, that would have been funny if it was Mark Hughes, though. It's
like the abuse I get, right? So Paul's giving it, boom, we are the champions. Singing the Blues is giving it time to shave your head. And the trying Scotsman is taking a wee bit too much pleasure in this. Yes, ruined, get it up you. Well done, chat.
I mean, I think that's what he gets out of bed for. It must be. I think his job during the day is a secondary thing. This is his priorities, his main job. I mean, they rip you, but they also rip me as well. I'm sure. Who was it that said?
Yeah,
there?
but
Someone
you
was like,
deserve it.
But so I should. Someone said I should be in ring. One of the female people in the ring, announcer type people. Someone was taking a piss at me for that. Ring girl, where they hold up this sign.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going down the any local route there. Which we're not going
No,
to go down.
I did watch that though, and she's a couple of cans short at a 6-pack there.
Yeah, she is. And Sharpie's got my mindset impeccably. I'm not playing anymore. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. And on that note, folks, you've won as much as Tav.
Oh,
That's a boot to the stones, isn't it?
oh.
But yeah, look, folks, we shall leave the afternoon rabble there for you today. Hamish is back tonight for all you beautiful members. With the WWE 2K24, where all the members get to fight each other. So yeah, that's back tonight. And then of course we're back tomorrow for the afternoon rabble and your Friday night rabble. As is on tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for you beautiful members, Trev, the Extreme Gaming Podcast.
Which I'll get you over to you this afternoon. Yes, all things gaming, hardware, gaming news. An hour and 40 minutes this time round. So yeah, getting amongst that.
Yes, looking forward to it. Right, folks, go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Thank you for liking and subscribing, because I know you have now, because you're just that kind of people. So thank you very, very much. And we shall speak very, very